Now let's look more closely into the pipes and the different types of fittings. So let's start with the pipes. So pipes usually they are available in straight lengths up to 20 meters. So when you are ordering the pipes, usually up to 20 meters you will get ready-made in the stock. Otherwise you will have to order if you require for some reason longer than that or shorter spans, you have to order specifically to that extent. The ordering of the pipes, as you know, is typically in terms of the size and the schedule. You have already seen that in the process plant design. So typical pipe would be given as 300 NB, which is its nominal bore size. Schedule, for example, 160. So this is the nominal size of the pipe, and this represents the thickness of the pipe. So that is the way the pipes are designated. We have already seen that in the previous portion. So I'm not discussing that here now. The pipe needs to be joined to the other components, may it be other fittings or other walls. So when you have to make the joints, there are certain types of pipe joints are available. So we are having different types of pipe joints. So pipe joint types, which I'm just listing here. So they are useful when you are ordering fittings or walls. Depending on the joint type, you have to order accordingly. So for that, we have to understand how two components are joined together in a piping system. The first one is the butt welded type, so represented by BW. So this is butt weld. In this particular joint, the two components are joined by welding process. So we have the two components which come with the weldage preparation done. So this is component 1 and this is component number 2, and they are joined together by welding process. So that is a butt welded joint. The second joint is known as socket welded or SW joint. So this is socket welded. In this socket welded joint, one of the component has got a socket. So I'm just so this is the component. So it can be fitting or it could be wall. So this component has got a socket or sort of counter bore made into it, and the pipe or the other mating component, it gets inserted inside this component. So you have the other component which is inserted into it, and then joint is made by a fillet weld. So you have a fillet weld joint which is made to complete this particular joint. The third joint is threaded joint. So we are having a threaded joint. In the threaded joint, similarly, you will have one component will have threads. So you will have one component with threads. So one will have female threads and other will have male threads, and they will be joined together. So that is a threaded joint. And finally, you have the flange joint. So flange joint is a bolted joint. So you have a separate flange which is attached to both the components, and with the help of gasket and bolting, this joint is made. So you have two components which are joined by the flange joint. So these are the four types of joints, those are available. So when you are ordering a component, depending on what type of joint to be used, uh, the fitting type, the fitting is need to be ordered. Now, in order to choose which type of joint to use, you have to understand the features of each of these joints. So let's understand the features of these joints. So if we compare the four joint types, so we have the butt welded joint, socket welded joint, threaded joint, and the flange joint. So these are the four types that we have discussed. If you look at the advantage, the butt welded joint is the strongest joint. So this is the strongest joint among all the joints which is available. So you require strength, or if you have high pressure service, then you will go for a butt welded joint. It is also a radiographable joint. So again, for critical joints where you want to maintain the records of NDT, you have no choice but to go for butt welded joint. Obviously, the disadvantage, it is the costliest among all the joints. So disadvantage is it is costly, and it requires setup time, which is more than any other joint. All of the joints would require setup time, but a butt welder require more setup time. The socket welded joint, it is easier for alignment. So it is easier for aligning the joints. So in terms of alignment, the flange joint is more flexible, but the socket welded allows you a little better play for adjustment. The disadvantage of socket welded joint is if you look at the construction, you have a socket and into which a pipe component is going in, and then you are welding it at this particular point. So what happens is when the pressure fluid is moving inside, so if you have the fluid which is inside, this fluid tends to enter into the crevice which is there. So this particular crevice, it cannot be fully eliminated. So there will be always a crevice through which the fluid will enter, and it will lead to what is known as crevice corrosion. So that is a problem in this particular joint. So crevice corrosion is a problem in socket welded joint, and it is weaker than the butt welded joint. So that is, I'm not writing because all the other joints are weaker. The threaded joint is most easy to prepare. It sometimes you have a situation where the welding is not possible at all because of the dissimilar metals. You don't have any procedure which allows you to join those two particular metals. So in such cases, threaded joint become a necessity rather than a choice. So it can be used where welding is not possible. So that is the advantage. The disadvantage are rather obvious, that it is prone to leaking. So it cannot be used for high pressure type of joints. And also it is corrosion prone for the same reason as that for the socket welded joint. So you have the crevice corrosion which can lead. In addition, you have more sharp corners in the case of threaded joint, so that it makes it more risky. The flange joint, the advantage is essentially flange joint is used where you require dismantling. So it is easy dismantling. is the main advantage, and the disadvantage is leak tightness is a challenge for any type of flange joint. So any bolted joint with gasket, the leak tightness is always a maintenance engineer would be risking or thinking about that anytime, and it cannot take large rotations or large movements. So if you have at a particular location, at the joint location, a large bending moment coming, then usage of flange joint is not advisable. It will start leaking at some time or other. So that is the reason. So these are the four joint types which are used in a piping system, and their choice by the designer is done on the basis of the advantages and disadvantages which I have discussed in this particular slide. The pipes can be ordered in three forms. So we are having the pipe types or the way in which they are available. So they are available either as seamless. So they are either cold drawn or hot drawn. So cold drawn or hot drawn. Then you have welded pipes. So pipe where you are having a long seam which is there, and obviously out of the two, the seamless one are the one which are preferred. The welded types are having lesser joint efficiency. So in the design, from design point of view, the welded pipes are avoided and seamless pipes are used wherever you require more safety requirements. The materials which are materials for pipes. So for carbon steel, you have SA106. So these are piping material specifications. For stainless steel, you have SA312, and for low alloy steels, you have SA335 steel. So these are the standard material specifications by which you can order. So you want to order carbon steel pipe, you'll have to order SA106, and within that there are grades. So SA106 grade B would indicate a certain class of material, so which is to be used.